So welcome back to another up close review video. This time round, as you can see, it's not a on the bank type scenario. I'm actually in the comforts of my living room for a couple of reasons. One, it's absolutely Baltic outside, and yeah, there's a chance that we might have a flurry of snow, and two, it is a little bit problematic when I'm trying to give this product a bit of a review, because 90% of the time when I'm out on the bank it's currently in use. So yeah, I've brought this review inside, but even still it's going to be a thorough, in-depth look at what you will receive as if you was to order the item, right through from putting it together and the various different ways that you can use it. So on this video I'm going to be talking you through the 𝗃𝗵𝗀𝗘 tactical pod kit. So what are you going to receive when you order this item? So when it comes, it's going to arrive in a fabric bag like so. Now, as you can see, minimal 𝗃𝗵𝗀𝗘 logo slash detailing, tactical on the end there, 𝗃𝗵𝗀𝗘 logo. Like I say, it's a fabric, thick fabric that is, doubled over it seems like, so it's not flimsy, not going to tear, not going to rip. Nice size length, not too long or too bulky. Two handles, and yeah, it's nice and lightweight if you are looking to pack it down after every session. Me personally, I don't, I keep it set up, but yeah, if you are going to be packing it down between sessions, then yeah, it's nice and flat, nice and light. It comes with two Velcro straps that run all the way down the bag, so it's not going to open when you're carrying it. You know, the Velcro is going to stay put, it's going to keep everything in its place, and yeah, you're not going to open your van or your boot and see that it's sprayed everywhere whilst it's been in transit, and you're having to pick bang sticks up all over the place. So two nice long Velcro strips. If we open the Velcro strips, as you can see, it reveals the inside of the bag. Now, it's got a nice little padded part that folds over, keeps that all secure, and then it's got a number of pockets inside the bag itself. Two large pockets at the top, turn it round, another set of pockets on the other side, obviously 6 slots that house your bank sticks, and then another pocket at the top where it actually houses 2 stabilizers. The other 2 pockets at the bottom, like I say, one is actually empty, so you can put maybe like buzzers or indicators in there, and the other one has got your sort of buzz bars in them as such. So all nice and neat, all nice and compact. It's got one other pocket that runs through the middle, and that gives the bag a bit of stability as well, so quite cool little feature just to keep everything sort of straight and not falling all over the place. And that's the central bar, and that, if you can see, just put the end in a minute and then you can feed it down, just runs through the center of the bag. Like I say, it just gives the bag a bit of stability when you're carrying it to and from your sessions. So what I'm going to do is talk you through a basic setup and work my way up to the full-blown sort of pod build as such. So with the, as you can see, with the tactical pod kit you get 6 bank sticks, so a set of 3 9-inch, a set of 3 12-inch. These allow obviously for your tips to be nice and low, or you can have your tips sort of more upright, pointing out the water if you're fishing a weedy water and need to get your lines across sort of any marginal weed, that sort of thing. So there's a 9-inch set and a 12-inch set, all finished in black, which the pod is coloured black throughout. As you can see, all of the thumb screws have a nice little 𝗃𝗵𝗀𝗘 silver detailing logo there, and they've also got some really nice finished, easy to screw a nice sized sort of screw as well that you can really get your thumbs around. I've got like a ridged sort of finish on it, so you can get grip on it even in the coldest of conditions when your fingers and thumbs are quite on the chilly side if you're fishing through the winter. And like I say, you can get your fingers and thumbs around them, and they are really easy to screw and unscrew, and all 6 bank sticks are adjustable. So yeah, you get 6 bank sticks which allow you to obviously fish single stick setup, which I have done previously. And yeah, if you if you want to dot your rods around the swim, or have a sneaky rod sort of down the margin somewhere, then having these 6 sticks will become really handy in your fishing. So what we're going to do now is just move on to the next setup. Moving on to the second sort of versatile setup that you can use the pod kit for. You can actually use them as single still, but with a stabilizer kit on it. So within the, like I say, the tactical pod kit, you will get sort of, I call them just two buzz bars really. These will house, as you can see, 3 bank sticks. Now there's a 9-inch sort of buzz bar and a 10-inch buzz bar. Now obviously depending on how you want your rod set up, you can have the rods sort of pointing inwards to themselves, where the tips will be quite close, but I prefer having the larger one at the front, just so they're slightly sprayed off at a slight angle, just to allow the like I say, a bit of space between the tips. So you can put, like I say, your 9-inch bank sticks at the front if you want your tips right down, or you can have your 12-inch bank sticks at the front if you want your tips nice and high and, like I say, sprayed out. But with buzz bars as such, for extra stability, if you're fishing somewhere where you're fishing right down to the side, or you're fishing marginal snags, that sort of thing, on the opposite bank, over to your right or your left, and you really need stability with your sticks and your setup, then they include 2 stabilizers, again with finish throughout with the Witchwood logo in, and a nice long stabilizer that you can stick right into the ground and keep your setup lock tight and solid, and that won't be moving anywhere. So with the buzz bars, what you can do is just slide on the stabilizer like so, get it nice and flush, sort of straight, do that thumb screw up nice and tight, and there you go, you have a 3-rod stabilizer setup. And as you can imagine, that will push down into the ground, and you will have your 3 sticks like so. I haven't actually done these up, but as you can imagine, they all go in like so, 1, 2, 3, and you can then adjust the height how you want your rods. But yeah, the stabilizers are included in the bag. There are 2, one for the front, one for the bag, and I'll show you on the other one. As you can see, where the sort of middle bar would go normally, you just slot the end of the stabilizer onto the buzz bar and just tighten it down as tight as you can get it, and then, like I say, that is your front and back stabilizer setup. Okay, so last but not least, let's build the actual entire tactical pod. So it revolves around this center bar, which is fully adjustable, again with the exact same thumb screws as on the sort of buzz bars and sticks. Twist it open, and that extends all the way out. So you've got a nice big adjustable buzz bar there, that will cater for any sort of type size rods. I just tend to have it sort of all the way in personally, to be quite honest with you, so just using it as the one full bar. But obviously if you've got longer rods, 13 footers for example, then yeah, this will cater for that as well. So the center bar will attach to the buzz bars, as I call them, and again, that little sort of rod that sticks out, that will allow you to slide the centre bar like the stabilizers onto that with, like I say, with ease. So once that's on, just tighten it up. So that's one end, and your pod then starts to take shape. Again, this end, put it on there, tighten him up. Like I said earlier in the video, I don't actually take my pod apart because it just allows me to pick it up and move if I'm out on session wherever I need to, and it just obviously slots on top of your barrow nice and easy without having to faff around with taking it apart and whatnot. So I tend to just keep it up and set up, and like I say, you can just carry it around, and just for ease of moving and staying mobile, then yeah, this can easily just pop over the top of your barrow, and if anything, it helps keep a lot of the other things on my barrow in place. So that's the body of the pod built as such. I personally tend to have the smaller bars at the front and on the wider buzz bar, so the 10-inch buzz bar at the front to allow my, like I say, my rod tips to be slightly spread open, and the smaller sticks to allow my tips to be pointed right down into the water, just because, as we know, there are a lot of wildlife and birds on most lakes, and yeah, they can become a little bit of a nuisance when you've got your rod tips above the water. So like I say, I tend to have the shorter sticks down at the front, so let's get them in now. Again, all the buzz bars have got your screws at the front, so just going to stick those in. There's 1, 2, and once you've got it set up, it only requires sort of minimal tweaking depending on the type of bank, you know, what your bank is that you're fishing over, whether it be sort of gravel or hard concrete, or, you know, wood chip, or just even, you know, plain grass in mud. You can like I say, just adjust the actual sticks itself to the sort of leveling that you want for your rods. So let's just get these back ones in. So these are the longer ones, these are the 12-inch. Screw them down nice and tight. And there goes one straight onto the floor. There we go. So there's the next one. So there we go. As you can see, the pod is complete. All it requires now is to add my alarms and my butt rests. Right, so that's the various different ways that you can use the 𝗘𝗵𝗀𝗘 tactical pod kit. Myself, I've been using it for well over 6 months now, and personally can't fault it. Wasn't actually a pod user before this came along, but due to the versatility of the different ways that you can use it, you know, always having a set of 3 bank sticks, having the set of stabilizers if I wanted to just fish it as sort of like a single but more stable setup, or yeah, if I come a cropper out on the bank and it's really tough to get the sticks in, I've always got that centre bar that I can actually use for it, and like I say, turn it into a full-blown pod. Having my alarms and sort of butt rests on the pod at all times allows me just to chop and change depending on my situation when I get to any of the different sort of lakes that I visit. So like I say, well worth a look if you are in the market for a new pod at a single penny, under £100, so $99.99. That gets you the full setup, and like I say, it all comes in that neat little bag if you are looking to sort of just chop and change and just carry it around from your different venues that you are fishing. So well worth a look. If you've got any questions regarding the pod itself, feel free to stick them below. I can help you out. Like I say, I've been using it for well over 6 months now, so I've got a real good feel for the product itself. So I hope you found this video sort of insightful. I know a lot of people are even more so recently, because I have been actually using it on quite a few of my recent videos, asking me what pod it is, etc, etc. So I hope that, like I say, this has been a little bit of a help if you are in the market for a new pod. But yeah, any questions or anything like you might have, feel free to stick them below in the comments. If not, fire me a message over on my social media and I will certainly help you where I can. Until next time, in my next product review, stay safe and yeah, stay warm. Winter is coming.